Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 65. When the mind becomes peaceful, everything else falls into place. Even the body begins to heal. Namaste. After showing how control of the senses leads to inner balance, Krishna now describes the natural results of such peace. He says, when one's mind becomes tranquil, all sorrows end and the intellect soon becomes steady and clear. This verse is both spiritual and deeply practical. Krishna is not speaking of peace as a distant ideal. He is describing it as a state that affects every level of our being, emotional, mental, and even physical. When the mind is calm, the body relaxes, the breath softens, and health returns. Modern science confirms what Krishna said thousands of years ago. Most human suffering begins in the mind. The restless mind keeps us trapped in conflict, regretting the past, fearing the future, comparing, complaining. But when the mind is peaceful, it stops creating new wounds and begins to heal the old ones. In that silence, the intellect, the power of discrimination becomes strong again. You begin to see things as they are, not as fear or desire paints them. Krishna's message to Arjuna is simple yet profound. Peace is not a luxury, it's a strength. A disturbed mind cannot think clearly, cannot decide rightly, and cannot act wisely. But a peaceful mind can face any battle, inner or outer, with steadiness and grace. This verse also reveals a beautiful truth about divine alignment. When the mind turns inward toward the self, the harmony is restored. That harmony radiates outward into our words, actions, relationships, and health. Such a person doesn't chase peace, peace follows him naturally. Krishna uses the word prasada, a state of serene contentment that arises when desires subside. It's not the joy of excitement, but the quiet happiness of being whole. When that joy fills the heart, sorrow finds no room to stay. Arjuna, who stood confused and anxious on the battlefield, is being told that his clarity will return only when his mind is calm. This is a message for all of us. The solution is not in the changing the world, but in quietening the storm within. A peaceful mind is the greatest victory. It is health, wisdom, and freedom all in one. Jai Sri Krishna.